Hi, and welcome to another community chat. This time I'm joined by Jo Crossland, who's a dog walker. She's done some dog training as well. Used to be a people trainer for a bank, but has been a dog walker for 9 years. And Jo and I recently met at a Wardlow workshop, which is in Derbyshire. And Jo is the proud owner of some English Bull Terriers, but we can talk about that at a later stage. So welcome, Jo.
Thank you.
How did you first discover functional characters?
I was at a friend's 65th birthday party, and one of her friends that I didn't know told me about she was attending a workshop to understand her dog's character. And over a glass of wine at the party, she told me more about the book, and I was intrigued. And then when I found that there was a course local to me, I knew I had to sign up.
Excellent, excellent. So did you have any idea at that time what any of your dogs might be?
No, it was very new to me. It was something that I'd never heard of before. And I was intrigued. I think she was coming up north to visit you the following day after the party to understand her dog's character. So I went away and sort of Googled you and had no clue as to what characters my dogs were.
Right. So when you discovered your own dog's functional character, did you have any surprises or any aha moments?
Yeah, 100%. Because at first I didn't really believe the character that he's been described as at the moment. Um, I, I suppose some of the things that he'd done in the past I couldn't quite understand, and then when other owners of the overseers said some of their situations and what had happened, I was like, oh my god, you're just talking about something that identically happened to me and Gunnar. So yeah, it was a big, huge eye opener, and it made sense. Especially when he does some really strange stuff, because I'm very familiar with bull breeds. So he's my fourth bull terrier, but I've never had one with these characteristics. I mean, I know it's new to me, the characteristics, and I would love to have gone back and thought about my previous dogs that are no longer here
Yeah.
as to what their characters are. But I know, having had four, looking at the breed traits, there's still something very different over and above the breed traits that has to be, definitely that overseer character.
So would you say the knowledge has helped you with your own dogs?
Yeah, definitely. We have some what I would probably label behavioral issues. And now I understand his character. I can see why we have these behavioral issues. And then it also helps me to not put him in these situations that I know he can't cope with, manage. We do things a little bit different now. I understand his character better.
Good. So it's been really useful then.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, yeah. So how has the knowledge helped your business then? Have you found that you do things slightly differently or you have aha moments when you're doing the dog walking?
Yeah, it really helps to organize the groups, the logistics of it. So, I have X amount of dogs in the diary, and I tend to organize my walks due to size of breeds. So
Right.
we get sort of that they play really well together, or
Yeah.
they interact better together because of their size. So it helps me then think about, well, some of them don't always gel very well together, so I can just put in extra walks and shuffle them around a little bit.
Excellent. So have you worked out what some of your dogs are on your that you walk?
Yeah, there's some that I really still struggle with, and I think you've met one of them. So Coco the Labrador,
Yeah.
um, and just recently, since attending the Wardlow day, I look at Coco and think, I'm really not sure what your character is, because I see more that she wants to splat the nervous dogs. And I think we had her down as a follower, and I'm still on the sort of sidelines as to whether she is or not. And then I've started to understand the ones that don't want to play together, that go off and do their own things, and think about, are they a lone individual, or are they a hunter? So it's been really helpful just to understand what is it that they want back from the walk, and is it just to go far and wide and then stay at the back? Some of them always like to stay at the back and keep their distance, but then there's ones that want to get right in the middle there and are very eager to please.
Yeah, I think with some of the dogs that we've seen at the workshops, certainly in the last couple of years, the ones that are sometimes more tricky to tell are the ones that are not raw fed, simply because diet has a huge bearing on behavior, huge. And I learned that on that 2-year canine nutrition course that I did. So, people say, oh, it doesn't make a difference. Well, it does make a huge difference. And I've seen that with dogs that come to my creche that have switched over, and it's like a different dog walks through the door a week later after changing over the diet. It's not always that obvious, but
a lot of my clients feed their dogs a kibble, a biscuit, dry diet.
Yeah. So what is your greatest wish for the world of dogs in the years to come?
That we understand them better, so less dogs go into rescue. So if I sort of think about my journey with Gunnar, we're 2.5 years in, and if he hadn't come to me and shown me some of the characteristics that he has, he would have been rehomed over and over again. And I think for me, dogs that are misunderstood because their owners aren't knowledgeable enough just end up in rescue, and there's too many dogs in rescue at the moment. And definitely, if your book could be distributed to some of the bigger rescues, I'm sure they would be intrigued about it all.
Yes, it's on the list.
Is it the to-do?
Okay, we'll get there. So I think, yes, if people can understand their dog at a deeper level, and what really upsets me for rescue dogs is that, particularly dogs like Gunnar, who are so misunderstood by the general populace, is that they would be assessed at the rescue centre as it can't live with another dog.
Yep.
And how many of us would like to get another dog at some stage?
Yeah, we would.
We can't go for this dog or that dog at a rescue centre because they say it can't live with another dog. And I think for maybe all of the functional characters, for various reasons, could all end up in rescue as labelled can't live with another dog.
Yeah.
But that is so sad, because if their functional character is understood, then they can easily go into a home with other dogs if their functional character is compatible with the dogs that are already there. So yeah, I think that's a really good wish. You can help me do the route march around all the rescues.
Lovely. I'll go and talk to them all about it. And I think also, if they were to say to the new the new adoptive parents, we think your dog is this, and they're going to do X, Y, and Z, they may settle into the home quicker. How often do we see that they go to a home and then they're back in the rescue centre 1 or 2 months later? So from both sides of the party, it would be hugely beneficial.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Jo. It's been a really great chat with you. we're going to get together at a later chat to talk about overseers. So we'll be hearing more about
Looking
Gunnar.
forward to it.
Yeah. So if you guys would like to know more about functional characters, then we've got 2 different Facebook groups, private and public, and we have a newsletter list as well. And if you would like to know more about overseers, then hop over to the chat about overseers and you can find out more information, a bit more in-depth information about that lovely misunderstood quality assurance manager. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.